What if I told you that the first 5 minutes of your morning hold more power than the next 16 hours of your day combined? Imagine that for just a moment. The very moment you open your eyes, your mind is at its most receptive. Every thought, every intention, every feeling you choose to focus on in these first moments will shape the trajectory of your entire day. It is not just influence, it is creation. And the truth is, most people squander this moment. They reach for their phones, scroll through endless social media feeds, drown in the news, and allow the chaos of the world to dictate their inner state before they have even fully awakened. But not you, not anymore. Today, you are going to harness this incredible power. Today, you are going to program your mental computer with clarity, with intention, and with statements that have the capacity to rewire your brain, shift your energy, and transform your very existence. The first 5 minutes are more potent than almost anything else you will do all day because your brain is plastic, flexible, and highly responsive right now. The neural pathways you strengthen in this window will guide how you show up, how you respond to challenges, and how you perceive opportunities. You have the ability to set your prefrontal cortex into creative mode rather than reactive mode. You can choose to become the architect of your experience rather than a victim of circumstance. The first statement you're going to declare is powerful, profound, and fundamental. I am the creator of my experience. Say it slowly and feel the weight of it. This is not about controlling every event or predicting every outcome. It is about reclaiming the one thing that is always yours, your response. You may not control the traffic, the weather, or other people's actions, but you always control what happens within you. Your thoughts, your energy, your attitude, these are yours to command. Think of two people stuck in the same traffic jam. One spirals into anger, frustration, and resentment. They arrive at work stressed, snap at colleagues, and carry negative energy throughout the day. The other sees an opportunity to grow, to learn, or to simply pause, breathe, and appreciate life. They listen to an audiobook, practice gratitude, or call a loved one. The circumstances are identical, yet the experience is completely different. That is the power of declaring, I am the creator of my experience. You are literally instructing your brain to shift from reactive patterns to intentional creation. You are giving your mind a command that aligns your energy, your focus, and your emotional state with purpose rather than with default chaos. The second statement is equally transformative. I choose to see opportunity in every challenge. This is not about denial or superficial positivity. It is about training your mind to recognize possibilities where others see only problems. Your brain has a filter system known as the reticular activating system, or ARTS. It determines what you notice and what you ignore. When you program your brain to see opportunity, it begins to scan for growth, solutions, and potential in situations where you once only saw obstacles. Challenges become invitations to evolve, mistakes become lessons, and setbacks become stepping stones. Consider the story of an entrepreneur who lost everything in a business failure. Initially, he was consumed by anger and regret, but when he consciously chose to see opportunity in his situation, he discovered insights, resilience, and wisdom he could never have learned otherwise. He pivoted, created a consulting business, and eventually became more successful than ever. The difference wasn't luck, it was the shift in perception, the deliberate programming of his mind each morning. The third statement is, I am grateful for my body and I treat it with respect. This goes far beyond physical health. Your body is the vessel that carries you through life, the foundation of your experience, and the interface through which you engage with the world. Gratitude transforms how you treat yourself and every decision you make. When you start your day acknowledging the miracle of your own biology, the beating of your heart, the firing of neurons, the functioning of your immune system, you activate self-respect, self-care, and self-love. When you declare this, your choices align with preservation, nourishment, and vitality. You eat consciously, move intentionally, rest adequately, and honor your physical vessel. This statement creates a ripple effect across your life, improving not just your health, but also your relationships, productivity, and sense of self-worth. Gratitude for your body becomes gratitude for your life. The fourth statement is, I release what I cannot control and focus my energy on what I can influence. This simple declaration frees mental bandwidth and emotional energy that is often wasted on things outside your control. Opinions, past events, the economy, or the actions of others. You choose to invest your limited energy wisely, focusing on the areas where your influence can create real change. This is radical acceptance in practice. It is a conscious, strategic shift from reaction to proactive focus. By affirming this statement each morning, you condition your mind to operate efficiently, to conserve energy, and to maximize impact. The fifth statement is, I am worthy of success, love, and happiness. simply because I exist. This declaration is revolutionary because it separates your worth from external achievements, validation, or approval. You don't have to earn your right to exist. You don't have to perform to be deserving of love or happiness. These are your birthright inherent in your being. When you affirm this every morning, you shift from scarcity to abundance, from self-doubt to self-assurance. You stop seeking validation externally and start generating it internally. This creates a foundation of confidence, clarity, and resilience that permeates every action, decision, and interaction throughout your day. The sixth statement is, I choose to learn and grow from every experience. This is the mindset that transforms challenges into opportunities and failures into lessons. Instead of fearing mistakes or feeling defeated by setbacks, you reframe them as valuable information for future success. Neuroscience shows that when you adopt a growth mindset, your brain forms new neural connections. You become more adaptable, resilient, and capable of persisting through difficulties. Each morning, this declaration primes your mind to seek knowledge, embrace challenges, and continuously expand your abilities. The way you respond to obstacles shifts entirely from avoidance to curiosity, from resistance to action. The seventh statement is, I trust my intuition and make decisions aligned with my authentic self. Your intuition is your subconscious mind, synthesizing all your past experiences, knowledge, and observations into clear guidance. Too often, people ignore this inner wisdom, following logic or societal expectations instead. When you declare trust in your intuition, you reclaim your personal power. You align your choices with your authentic desires rather than external pressures. This declaration creates confidence in decision-making, reduces anxiety, and strengthens your sense of purpose. You are no longer living someone else's life. You are navigating your own with clarity and integrity. The eighth statement is, I attract and create positive relationships by being my authentic self. Relationships flourish when you show up as who you truly are. Pretending, people-pleasing, and hiding your true self create connections that drain you and leave you unfulfilled. But when you embrace authenticity, you naturally repel relationships that are misaligned and attract those that elevate, support, and inspire growth. Every morning, this declaration programs your mind to cultivate meaningful, healthy, and mutually beneficial connections. Authenticity becomes magnetic, and the energy you radiate draws in opportunities and people that resonate with your true self. The ninth statement is, I am constantly expanding my comfort zone and embracing new possibilities. Growth exists outside the familiar. Comfort zones are safe, but they are also stagnant. Declaring this each morning trains your brain to see discomfort as a signal of opportunity, excitement, and progress. Challenges no longer trigger fear, they spark curiosity and courage. This declaration cultivates what I call comfort zone courage. The willingness to act despite uncertainty. It changes how you respond to invitations, risks, and unknown situations, encouraging continual personal development and bold action throughout your day. The 10th statement is, I am responsible for my energy and I choose to radiate positivity. Your energy is a currency, and how you spend it shapes your reality. You can allow external circumstances to dictate your state, or you can consciously choose to elevate yourself and those around you. When you start each morning by affirming responsibility for your energy, you shift from being a thermometer that reacts to your environment to being a thermostat that sets the tone. Positivity is not about ignoring challenges, it's about focusing on solutions, opportunities, and influence. By radiating positive energy, you attract experiences, people, and situations that resonate with that energy. You become magnetic, creating momentum for growth, collaboration, and success. The 11th statement is, I celebrate my progress and honor my journey. Too often we postpone happiness until a goal is achieved or a milestone is reached. But life is a journey, and fulfillment comes from appreciating each step, no matter how small. By declaring this every morning, you train your mind to recognize growth as its own reward. You stop comparing yourself to others or fixating on what you haven't accomplished. Instead, you acknowledge your efforts, resilience, and progress. This perspective fuels motivation, reduces stress, and creates a sense of joy that carries through every task and interaction. Your sense of accomplishment becomes independent of external validation, anchored in the conscious acknowledgement of your own growth. The 12th and final powerful morning declaration is, I trust in my ability to navigate whatever life presents to me. Life is unpredictable, full of changes, challenges, and surprises. By affirming your confidence in your ability to handle anything, you strengthen mental resilience and emotional stability. This statement instills deep, unshakable self-trust. You no longer rely solely on external conditions for your peace or success. Instead, you recognize that your capability, resourcefulness, and adaptability are your most reliable tools. Each morning, this declaration reinforces courage, clarity, and focus, preparing you to face uncertainties with calm confidence and decisive action. When you consistently practice these 12 morning declarations, your brain begins to rewire itself. Neural pathways associated with empowerment, resilience, focus, and positivity strengthen. Habits of self-sabotage, doubt, and reactive thinking diminish. You are literally shaping the structure of your mind every morning, creating a foundation for a life of purpose, success, and fulfillment. The first 5 minutes of your day are no longer just routine. They become a transformative ritual that programs your reality, shapes your experiences, and empowers you to live intentionally, fully, and fearlessly. By committing to these morning declarations, you are not just speaking words, you are engaging in deliberate mental programming. Your thoughts, repeated consistently, create neural pathways that dictate your emotional responses, decision-making, and perception of reality. This is the science of neuroplasticity in action. Each day, with every repetition, your brain strengthens the circuits that align with growth, resilience, and clarity. You are effectively training your mind to default to empowerment rather than fear, abundance rather than scarcity, and action rather than hesitation. Imagine starting every morning with a clear intention, a set of powerful statements that align your mind with possibility and strength. You set a foundation for the entire day, ensuring that even when challenges arise, your responses are calculated, purposeful, and constructive. Instead of reacting to events, you act from a place of control, focus, and inner authority. Your mornings define the trajectory of your day, shaping your interactions, your decisions, and ultimately your life outcomes. Every morning is an opportunity to reset your internal narrative. By declaring that you are the creator of your experience, you take ownership of your mental and emotional state. By choosing to see opportunity in challenges, you train your brain to recognize solutions instead of obstacles. By being grateful for your body and treating it with respect, you build self-worth, resilience, and energy. By releasing what you cannot control, you conserve your mental resources for what truly matters. By affirming your worthiness, you build confidence and attract experiences that align with your value. By committing to learning and growth, you embrace challenges as pathways to mastery. By trusting your intuition, you align your decisions with your authentic self. By attracting positive relationships, you create a supportive environment. By expanding your comfort zone, you accelerate your progress. By taking responsibility for your energy, you become a source of influence and positivity. By celebrating your progress, you cultivate fulfillment. And by trusting your ability to navigate life's uncertainties, you develop unshakable resilience. These 12 declarations, when practiced consistently, are not just words, they are a blueprint for transformation. They activate your prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for executive function, self-regulation, and strategic thinking. They train your reticular activating system to focus on opportunities and growth rather than problems and limitations. They shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance, from fear to empowerment, and from reactivity to deliberate action. Each morning, you are literally programming your brain to operate at peak performance, ensuring that your energy, focus, and decisions align with your highest goals. The most successful people in the world do not rely on luck, chance, or external circumstances. They have developed consistent rituals that prime their minds for success. By incorporating these 12 morning declarations, you are following the same blueprint. You are taking control of your most powerful hours, setting the tone for every thought, action, and interaction that follows. This is your opportunity to step into mastery, to transform your mindset, and to create a life defined by purpose, clarity, and unstoppable momentum. Now let's dive even deeper into the power of these morning declarations. Consistency is the key. The brain doesn't change overnight, it rewires itself gradually with repetition and intention. Every day that you repeat these statements, you reinforce the neural pathways associated with confidence, focus, resilience, and creativity. Imagine your brain as a garden. Without intentional planting, weeds of doubt, fear, and negativity take over. But when you plant seeds of positivity, gratitude, and empowerment, those are the thoughts that flourish, shaping your perception and guiding your actions. When you say, I am the creator of my experience, You are cultivating ownership of your inner world. You recognize that external events may happen, but your response is always your choice. You activate your prefrontal cortex, the decision-making center of your brain, and shift from reactive patterns to proactive strategies. This is not about ignoring reality. It's about taking responsibility for your internal state, regardless of external chaos. The world may throw challenges at you, but your declarations serve as a stabilizing anchor, keeping you centered and focused. Declaring, "I choose to see opportunity in every challenge," rewires your reticular activating system. You begin to notice solutions and possibilities where before you only saw problems. You train your mind to ask empowering questions. What can I learn from this? How can this experience serve me? What opportunity is hidden here? Every challenge becomes a lesson, every setback a stepping stone, every obstacle a chance to expand your skill set. By focusing on opportunity, you harness the hidden potential in every circumstance. Saying, "I am grateful for my body and I treat it with respect," creates a powerful feedback loop of health and vitality. Gratitude releases dopamine, improving mood and motivation, while mindful care for your body reinforces self-worth and discipline. This statement sets the tone for your physical, emotional, and mental well-being, creating alignment between your internal values and your external actions. When you honor your body, you honor your life, your time, and your purpose. I release what I cannot control and focus my energy on what I can influence. This declaration is liberation. By consciously choosing where to invest your mental and emotional energy, you protect yourself from unnecessary stress and distraction. Your energy becomes a currency and you spend it wisely. You focus on the levers you can pull to create meaningful impact. You stop being drained by circumstances beyond your reach and start building momentum where it truly matters. I am worthy of success, love, and happiness simply because I exist. This declaration rewires your self-perception. Worth is not earned, it is inherent. By affirming your inherent value, you build resilience, confidence, and emotional stability. You no longer seek validation externally because you recognize it internally. This mindset transforms every interaction, every decision, and every goal. You operate from abundance rather than scarcity, from self-respect rather than self-doubt. When you declare, "I choose to learn and grow from every experience," you embrace a growth mindset. Failures become lessons, challenges become opportunities, and feedback becomes actionable insight. Your brain literally adapts and rewires itself through experience, forming new neural pathways that enhance problem-solving, creativity, and adaptability. You stop avoiding discomfort and start seeking experiences that accelerate growth. Each setback is no longer a threat, but a teacher guiding you toward mastery. The next morning declaration is, "I trust my intuition and make decisions aligned with my authentic self." In a world full of external pressures and opinions, this statement reconnects you to your inner wisdom. Your intuition is your brain's incredible ability to synthesize all your experiences, knowledge, and observations below conscious awareness. It's your personal compass. When you declare this, you are choosing to integrate logic with instinct, analysis with feeling. You start making choices that honor both your mind and your heart, rather than conforming to external expectations. You stop living someone else's life and start living your own, fully aligned with your values and purpose. I attract and create positive relationships by being my authentic self. Relationships define much of our happiness and success, yet many people approach them from scarcity and fear. They hide their true selves, trying to fit into molds they believe others desire. This declaration reverses that pattern. By committing to authenticity, you naturally repel negative influences and attract supportive, aligned people. You no longer settle for shallow connections. Instead, you build relationships that elevate you, challenge you positively, and enrich your life. Authenticity creates magnetic energy, drawing opportunities, collaborations, and friendships that match your true self. The ninth morning declaration is, "I am constantly expanding my comfort zone and embracing new possibilities." Comfort zones are deceptive. They feel safe but prevent growth. Every dream, every goal, every meaningful achievement lies just beyond your current limits. By affirming your willingness to step outside familiarity, you train your brain to reframe discomfort as excitement and growth. You begin to associate unfamiliar experiences with progress instead of fear. This courage to act despite uncertainty opens doors that would remain closed if you stayed safe and stagnant. Every day you expand your potential by choosing discomfort as a signal for opportunity. I'm responsible for my energy and I choose to radiate positivity. Energy is contagious. The emotional and mental state you project affects everyone around you. By taking full responsibility for your energy, you shift from being a passive responder to an active creator of your environment. You no longer allow external events or people to dictate your mood. Instead, you become the thermostat, setting the temperature for your day. Positive energy attracts opportunities, collaborations, and experiences, while negativity repels them. By consciously choosing positivity, you influence your reality and the world around you. The 11th declaration is, I celebrate my progress and honor my journey. Life is a series of steps, not a single destination. Most people postpone happiness, waiting for the big moment, the promotion, the award, or the achievement. This declaration rewires your perception, allowing you to find fulfillment in every stage of growth. By celebrating progress, you reinforce motivation, maintain momentum, and cultivate gratitude. You honor the effort and commitment invested in each day, recognizing that the journey itself is the source of strength, wisdom, and resilience. Finally, the 12th morning declaration. I trust in my ability to navigate whatever life presents to me. This is deep, unwavering self-confidence. Life is unpredictable, circumstances will shift, challenges will arise, and uncertainty is constant. By affirming this statement, you build resilience, adaptability, and trust in yourself. You acknowledge that while you cannot control every external factor, you are fully capable of responding effectively to any situation. This trust in your ability transforms fear into courage, doubt into clarity, and hesitation into action. When you begin your morning with these 12 declarations, you are not simply repeating words, you are reprogramming your mind, body, and spirit. Every repetition strengthens new neural pathways, solidifies empowering habits, and aligns your energy with your intentions. You are literally shaping how you think, how you feel, and how you respond to the world. Think about the difference between someone who wakes up and reacts automatically to notifications, news, or social media, and someone who starts their day with these declarations. The first person is feeding their mind with random input, letting circumstances dictate their mood and decisions. The second person takes control immediately, intentionally creating a mental environment that supports growth, resilience, and success. This is the secret of high performers across every field, from entrepreneurs to athletes to leaders. They are not more talented, they are more intentional. Every morning is a new opportunity to assert your power. When you declare, I am the creator of my experience, you claim responsibility for your emotional state. When you declare, I choose to see opportunity in every challenge, you teach your mind to seek possibilities instead of problems. When you declare gratitude for your body, you establish a foundation of self-respect that carries into all your decisions. By releasing what you cannot control, you free energy to focus on what matters. Affirming your inherent worth allows you to pursue goals without fear or hesitation. Choosing to learn from every experience shifts failure into growth. Trusting your intuition keeps you aligned with your authentic self. By being authentic, you attract positive relationships. Expanding your comfort zone unlocks potential. Managing your energy radiates positivity. Celebrating progress keeps your motivation high. Trusting your ability gives you resilience. Each statement compounds, building a mental, emotional, and spiritual fortress. These declarations are not abstract ideas. They are practical, actionable, and transformative. They are the morning software for your mental computer. They are the tools that prime your brain to make better decisions, respond creatively to challenges, and sustain your focus on what truly matters. You will notice changes not only in your mindset, but also in your energy levels, your productivity, and the quality of your relationships. People around you will respond differently. Opportunities will appear more clearly, and your resilience to stress will grow exponentially. Start small, take one declaration at a time if needed, but commit to integrating all 12 into your daily morning routine. Speak them aloud, feel the truth behind each word, visualize the energy you are invoking, the strength you are cultivating, and the life you are designing. Morning declarations are like planting seeds in fertile soil. With consistent care, attention, and belief, these seeds will grow into habits, then patterns, and finally into an unstoppable force shaping your reality. Remember, the power is not in the words alone, it is in the alignment of your mind, body, and actions. Your brain, your energy, your behaviors, they respond to the patterns you set. By starting your day with intention, you are not reacting to life. You are actively creating it. You are choosing empowerment over passivity, opportunity over limitation, action over fear. You are designing your day, your week, your month, and ultimately your life, one morning at a time. Now imagine yourself a month from now, a year from now, or even 5 years from now, having committed to these 12 morning declarations every single day. Notice how your mindset has shifted, how your energy has stabilized, and how your life has begun to align with your highest potential. The small, consistent actions of each morning compound into monumental change. Every declaration is a building block. Every repetition strengthens the foundation, and every day becomes a step closer to the life you envision. You are no longer a passive participant in life. You are an active creator. The circumstances around you will still change, challenges will still arise, and uncertainty will still exist, but you will face it from a position of strength, clarity, and confidence. Your morning practice arms you with resilience, focus, and a sense of purpose. It trains your brain to notice opportunity, your heart to respond with gratitude, and your spirit to remain unshakable in the face of adversity. Remember, transformation does not happen by chance. It happens by design, and your mornings are the control center of that design. Each morning declaration is a signal to your subconscious. You are in charge, you are capable, and you are worthy of abundance, love, and fulfillment. This is the ritual that the most successful, fulfilled, and resilient people in the world practice without exception. They understand that the quality of their mornings determines the quality of their lives. Commit to this practice starting tomorrow morning. Speak the declarations with conviction, belief, and feeling. Let them seep into every corner of your mind and body. Let them shift your thoughts, align your emotions, and set your intentions for the day. Do not rush. Do not skip. Do not underestimate the power of these simple statements. They are your mental software, your emotional reset, and your spiritual calibration. And finally, know this: the power to change your life, to create the reality you desire, has always been within you. The morning is your opportunity to unlock it. By taking 5 minutes each day to declare your truth, to program your mind, and to align your energy, you are stepping into mastery over your own experience. You are choosing to live intentionally, to thrive, and to succeed. The life you want is waiting for you, and it begins the moment you speak these words every single morning without fail. Start today, begin tomorrow. Commit to your mornings, and in doing so, commit to the extraordinary life you were always meant to live.